Hi Virgo, I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for January 2023. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in January and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. This recording is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck in this reading. All that being said, Virgo, now on to your January 2023 Psychic Tarot reading. Hi Virgo, the first card you have in your reading today is the Eight of Rods, and the Eight of Rods is news coming to you swiftly. It could also indicate swift or sudden change. This card can also be symbolic of moving or the arrows of love coming to you swiftly. It could also be change, swift and sudden change, or long distance travel. I feel like you're going to be communicating back and forth with somebody about what to do. I don't know what the what to do is yet. How to develop something or how to change something that's going on. You may be trying to figure out how to get something started. It could be a business you're trying to get started. It could be some course of study or program you want, training program or college or a course of study or learning something. And so, or a webinar, seminar, or some kind of class you want to take. So there could be back and forth communications going on about that. And you may also be trying to get updated on the latest news and information about something that's important to you. You could also be communicating with somebody about how do we break the news to fill in the blank. Like, how do we break the news to our parents? How do we break the news to our boss? How do we break the news to the school? How do we break the news to our kids? And you may be going over a lot of facts, figures, and details in January. And you may feel a pressure of time where you could feel like this really needs to get sorted out and in order by February or some other month. You may feel like, I got to get on top of this. This has to get sorted out now. There could be some worrying involved here in this back and forth. I feel like you're worrying about something. You know, maybe you have to break the news to your kids you're getting divorced, or to your family. You and your partner are getting divorced. Maybe you got to break the news to your kids that you're moving, that you guys are moving. Maybe you have to break the news to your boss that you're quitting, that you're going to start your own company or business, or you're going to another job. I see you also, this is also concerning making plans and arrangements. So it could be about travel. It could be about moving or starting a business, or moving somewhere. Did I already say moving? Sorry if I'm repeating myself. I don't know if I do. So if I do, you have to excuse me there if I repeat myself. I'm getting older now. So the next card you have in your reading is the Three of Rods. And the Three of Rods is waiting patiently for success to come in and letting go of something so success can come to you. You could also be at the beginning stages of some successful business venture or some other kind of venture. I do feel that some of you are going to leave. I feel that some of you are making a big change here, and for some of you, it's a change of residence. And it's kind of like you got to get a grip on it, not only a grip on it for yourself of how to handle all the details, but also handling all the details involving telling other people. It's kind of similar messages that I got here in the Eight of Rods card. And I feel like you may be working on a speech or some kind of pitch that you have to make, because I feel that it's very important that to you that people understand where you're coming from. I feel you've had sleepless nights over this. You may have even gotten like stress or tension headaches about it. Some of you have a lucrative deal that comes in for you that kind of is surprising to you for some of you. And I feel that it's going to come into you by the time you are in February, or it'll come in for you in February. And this could be really exciting to you, but it could also make things crazy for you because it's going to change things. Now you're going to have to, figure out and roll with the punches and figure out what you're going to do. You could have made a lasting impression on somebody. That could have been through social media, and that somebody may want to hire you to do some kind of job for them based on something they've seen you do. If it wasn't happening on social media, it could be at your current employer, your current employment, where somebody comes in, could be a client, could be a customer, could be a competitive company. That's like, man, you're doing a great job. I'm really impressed by you. I'd like to make you an offer to come work for me. That could come up here. Some of you, your work or something you did or created that they saw online, possibly on social media, but it could also be somewhere else online, that they're like, man, I got to hire this person. They're the person I need. Look at what they're doing. Look at the great job they're doing. Or they may like the cut of your jib, as the old saying goes, like how you handle things, your personality, your outlook. So you could have some doors open up for you that may be for some of you surprising. You could also get invited to speak at some kind of lecture or at a school, or speak on an interview situation, and you could impress people online if it's an online interview or something that where you go, where you make this speech or presentation or whatever it is. You could impress some people with that. So the next card you have, Virgo, is the Hermit. And the Hermit is spiritual guidance. Your spirit guides are lighting the way, showing you the path to go. This could also be, you could be the Hermit, where you take a step back and you get a lay of the land before you proceed forward. But you're still going to be guided by your spirit guides, whether you're the Hermit or the Hermit is representing your guides. Yeah, it's like you're going to be finding out all the necessary information. What could be the pitfalls? What could be the benefits? Especially if you're starting a new job or you're moving somewhere, whether it's a business or whatever it is you're doing, you're going to be like, okay, I'm examining what are the pitfalls. Or if you have to move, change locations, like what's going to be the benefits, what's nearby, what am I going to like, what fits into my interests and the things I like to do, what are the pluses, what are the minuses, what are the pitfalls, what are the dangers or the risks. Like that's what I feel like you're doing. You could also be a very strong guiding light to people in January. And you could be like a spirit guide and showing people what to do and where to go. Maybe you're going to be training new employees. Maybe you're going to get a job that involves giving instruction, teaching others. Could be about spiritual subjects. Maybe not. It could be about what you know how to do. I feel like there's a big learning curve here, and you're going to really know how everything works and how everything fits together, and all the answers to the questions you seek feel to me get answered to you by or in the month of April 2023. You may also feel like you need to reconfigure things or reword things to make things easier for people to understand if you have to train them or teach them or educate others in some way. And some of you may really have the right idea or some good ideas that really would be good for you to write down. And maybe you could make an instruction manual, a handbook, or some kind of book. Maybe you have some really good ideas brewing in there that you should be writing them down for some reason, either to sell or to help others. Like I said, it could be a handbook, a guidebook, it could be an instruction manual. This could be online, or it could be printed out and in paper form, either way. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. And the next card you have, Virgo, is the 10 of Rods. And the 10 of Rods is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. And those 10 rods of burden can actually be knowledge and experience you've gained that are going to help you as you move on to new and better horizons. You could also be feeling overburdened in January of 2023. I got to say, I don't know how many signs it's come up for, but there are a few signs that have gotten 10 of Rods. So that seems to be a repeating card. And I'm reading you at sign number 8. So I haven't done all the signs yet. Some of you are capturing things digitally and you're moving them. So you could be putting them on a flash drive or something else, an external hard drive, a flash drive, I don't know what, and moving them to another computer. Some of you, this is a digital move for some of you. Some of you that work in some kind of environment that involves stocking shelves, you may find that you're like taking inventory, stocking shelves, restocking shelves. That comes up here for some of you. Some of you Virgos are making changes to your environment. As I said earlier, you could be making some kind of move, but I also get for some of you redecorating comes up here. There's a badger in the clouds. I do see cloud images really strongly. And I wasn't sure what it was at first, but I'm going to say it's either a groundhog or a badger, and now it kind of looks like a chipmunk. So I would look up those three animals because you got that animal totem right there in the clouds. Those animals, it shifted and moved and changed. You may be developing and creating content that could be for something that's being put in a digital format. It could be also that you want to create in a video. It could be. You could be like redecorating though. You could be redecorating your home. You may also be doing some kind of communications where you're putting out like email blasts. This could be about promoting something you're doing or working on. Now, if you don't own your own business, you could be doing this for a business or company you work for. And also you could be putting out something where if you want to hire people to work for the company or business you work for or own, you may be putting out something digitally, or maybe not. Maybe it could be somewhere else, like out in the world on paper, you putting it out there where you're looking for somebody to hire somebody or hire a bunch of people, possibly. So the last card you have in your reading for the month of January 2023, you have the Nine of Swords. And this could be grieving the loss of a love relationship, like from a breakup. It could also be sleepless nights, migraine headaches, worried about your own health, or worried about somebody else's health. I feel like you have some kind of trust issue that got shattered. Somebody told you something, or somebody did something that shattered your trust. And you may feel like your worst nightmare has come true because now you may feel like you can't trust them or believe in them anymore. And you could feel like, why would they hurt me this way? I was so helpful to them or supportive of them. It could even be a string of betrayals or lies. And you may feel like, so all these things they said to me, it may not just be one thing they said or did. It could be actually that exposes a bunch of things they said or did that now you don't feel like you can trust them or believe in them. You could also be going through a period where you're having really bad indigestion. You could have acid reflux, like things to do with like heartburn, acid reflux, acid indigestion, an ulcer, any of that, like to do with your esophagus, but it's all to do with like acidy stomach, burning in your stomach. Like this card could be symbolic of that because that's also being mentioned here. You may feel like you're not well. You may feel like I need to take off from work. You may feel like you need to lie down. So you could have some kind of stomach or digestive problems, or like I said, acid reflux, or all of that could kick up for you. You may want to examine what you're eating. So for some of you, I feel this is somebody lied to you and betrayed you, and that you supported them and you feel crushed by it. And for other Virgos, I feel this is actually digestive problems. It's a health issue. Thirdly, I get for some of you Virgos, you may feel like there's too much stress or pressure going on at your job or within your personal life, that you may feel like it's a burden to you, like it's getting to you. You may feel a lot of stress and pressure in that regard. You may also feel pressure about doing the right thing or the decision you need to make. You know, maybe you know something that somebody did and you care about that person and you're like, do I turn them over to the cops or the authorities? Or do I sit on it and keep it to myself? You could have some kind of information that now you're having a moral dilemma about what to do about what you know. So, man, Virgo, you got to really dissect this card because you had some really intense things that came up here. And I can't decide for you which one's going to make sense or resonate with you. So I always recommend, if you can watch your rising sign, Because you may hear this reading and go, none of that makes sense to me. If you think it doesn't, then please, if you know your rising sign, watch that, because there are people that are like, their rising sign is giving them their messages. And sometimes it fluctuates. Some months your rising sign's talking to you more than your sun sign. Sometimes your sun sign's talking to you more than your rising sign. Some people say their moon sign resonates. Sometimes it's a combination. So, you know, don't get too wigged out when the cards come up like this, but think about this, Virgo, Virgo sun sign, Virgo rising sign, and Virgo moon sign people. What is happening here in the Nine of Swords? You can figure that out. You're going to know. And the best gemstone crystal I got for you, Virgo, for the month of January 2022 is Dalmatian Jasper. Dalmatian Jasper will help you connect with your inner child and have a more positive outlook. It also balances yin and yang energy. Dalmatian Jasper reconnects with a playful nature, and it's a very strong protection and shielding stone. It's helpful for overcoming depression, and it combats exhaustion and boredom. Dalmatian Jasper helps with nightmares and negative thinking, and it encourages humor and seeing the humor in situations. It is going to be a stone that's going to make you feel more upbeat, more positive, and lighthearted if you're wearing this stone or sleeping with it under your pillow or carrying it. It's also going to help you really, really be able to understand what is true and what is false. It's also going to help you feel more at ease in tense and stressful situations, and it's also going to help you sleep better. It's also going to motivate you to want to be out and about and have more fun. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're already subscribed and you're not getting notified, you may want to click that notification bell again and then click it again, because there's been a lot of changes here on YouTube, and that may be why you're not getting the notifications. And please do consider liking this video and sharing it with others, because it will help me reach more people and it will help this channel to grow. And I would appreciate that greatly. And if you would like to get any of this special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, where I use a variety of divination tools to look into very specific topics for each sign of the zodiac, you can find the most recently recorded videos. Links are posted down below in the description box in the Show More section. And those links, if you click on them, will take you to those videos on Vimeo. And then you can pick whichever zodiac sign you want. You can also get them by going to my website at theluckymermaid.com videos page. There you will see all the video series I have recorded. You can go to the different series, read what divination tools I used, how long the predictions go out for, and then you just click on whatever zodiac sign link you want, your sun sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign, or somebody else's link, sign that you want to hear about, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, I won't go into all the video series listed down below because there are many, but I'm just going to name a few. So if you would like to get the psychic crystal readings that I do for each month, so if you want January 2023's psychic crystal reading for your zodiac sign, that link is down below, and it's also on my website. Remember, these crystal readings are like a continuation or an expansion of the psychic tarot readings I'm doing here on YouTube. Also, I did 2 New Year's specials this year, 2. So the first is my psychic tarot readings for the new year of 2023 for each sign of the zodiac. And I also did psychic crystal readings for 2023 for each sign of the zodiac. You're going to get a lot of messages and predictions there. I looked into every category I could think of in those crystal readings. I looked into how the year is going to affect you, what you need to be cautious of, what are the blessings in the areas of work, business, love, health, family, and, you know, any other predictions that came up. So you may want to check them out. And in the psychic tarot readings, I did 16 cards in total. So there's a lot of predictions there for general readings for you. And if you can do it, you know, it might help you if you can watch your rising sign and your sun sign both. Also, don't forget you're still being affected by the eclipses that we had at the end of October and in the beginning of November. And I always do video series, or I try to do video series every time we have eclipses. So the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, November 8th, 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings are available on Vimeo for each sign of the zodiac. And the eclipse effects from the solar eclipse in Scorpio, October 25th, 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. Remember, eclipses bring endings and beginnings. And when I recorded both of those video series, the predictions went out well past 6 months. Usually eclipse effects last 6 months, but in both of those video series, I was getting messages and predictions that went out further than that. So you may really want to check them out. Also, my Mars retrograde psychic tarot scopes for 2022-2023 for each zodiac sign are available. And remember, that pre-Mars retrograde phase started in September of 2022. The official Mars retrograde ending is January 12th, but you're still being affected by Mars retrograde all the way in the post-shadow phase until the middle of March 2023. So you may want to check that out. As I said, there's other video series links down below. Please be sure to check them out. I put a lot of work and effort into these psychic predictions and messages for you guys because many people want private readings with me, and I really can't get to all the people on the list. I have over 2,000 people on my cancellations list and my wait list. So this is the best way to get messages and predictions from me and my spirit guides in the short term. Also, if you would like to make a donation and help support the readings that I do here on YouTube, I have a link down below in the description box that's connected to PayPal. And I want to thank you so much to those of you who have been so kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does help me a lot, and it does mean a lot to me. So thank you so very much for that. And oftentimes I think of saying your names of who donated, and then I think some people don't want other people to know that they watch psychic readings. So just know I do see the donations, and I do truly appreciate it. So thank you so much for that. Also, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on a video format on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I and I also have been putting them on my community pages on YouTube now because some people are bailing on social media platforms. They don't like them anymore or as much as they used to. So I am posting them here on YouTube, but they're in writing. And many people find that these predictions and messages speak to them. Maybe not the entire 5 paragraphs, but here and there. Or some people do find the whole message and makes sense to them. I do believe if you feel drawn to check them out, that there is some message or prediction or multiple messages and predictions that will resonate with you. And I'd love to see you on my social media pages. I absolutely hope that you all have a wonderful and fantastic January 2023, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.